I've been asked a few times over the last month or so to chronicle my jerseys. Now there's a video from way back when that I did where I said, all right, here's my jerseys. Can't rank them, but I can. So I'm going to do a 5-part series today, and I'm splitting it into 5 parts because if I don't, this video is going to be fucking huge. So we're going to split her up. My 50 favorite jerseys that I own. Now here's the thing. Picking my favorite jerseys, it's difficult. And just because I have a jersey in the top 20 doesn't mean that it's not as good as number one. It's just, of the jerseys I have, and it's the things I had to consider was okay. Aesthetically, do I like it? Two, is it me? So that's why you're going to notice a certain bent towards certain teams. So if you see a team I really don't like in the top 30, that means it's a pretty damn nice shirt. And I will acknowledge that as well. This isn't just these are the nicest jerseys in the NHL. Everybody does that, and we all know. You got the Blackhawks are pretty much universally recognized as having the nicest jersey in hockey, one of the nicest in sports, and there's a good reason for that. The Blackhawks are the only team that I've bought their jersey twice that I actually wore one out and had to replace it. It was a loose strand or whatever, and once you get a loose strand in those old jerseys, you have a hole forming pretty quick. So this was hard for me to do because I honestly have an emotional attachment to most of my jerseys anyways. So categorizing them is not easy. And I found that I had to set aside some, saying, okay, these are not my favorites, even though I like them. And I will acknowledge publicly as well that there's a Leafs jersey, a white Leafs jersey that barely missed the mark. And it's still sitting in the trunk next to this couch. And I've got to find a way to display these better. And when I go through these, you'll understand why I need to find a way that I'm wearing these, but when I'm not wearing them, they're really well displayed because it is an impressive collection I've put together. And it would be more impressive if more people could see it, or it could be used to spruce things up around here. It's just a matter of that bloody thing behind me couldn't physically hold them up. I tried. I had all the jerseys that I could get on there, and it just started dropping because the weight was too much for it to hold up. So, yeah. Number 50, 5-0. A white Minnesota North Stars jersey, which has seen better days. But this is North Stars. This is not Stars, and this is with this was when all NHL teams started doing the big stripe down the sleeve. I remember when or Minnesota changed to this before they moved to Dallas, and I was upset at first. I was like, what the hell is that? They're the North Stars, not the Stars. But I think it was foreshadowing to what was to come. So that's number 50. Number 49. This is the only Pittsburgh jersey I have. It is the New York Rangers Pittsburgh jersey with the horizontal rating and the corporate penguin, who I don't think we'll ever see the corporate penguin on a jersey again. Because it was never cool in the first place. I don't know anybody who said, oh, wow, they changed the penguin to a corporate-looking penguin. That's much better. I don't know anybody who said that. I think what they were looking for was, I think they felt that the cartoonish kind of penguin that they have again and they had then, I think they felt it was too cartoonish. Okay, 48th, and this is a more recent purchase, is Dallas Stars. This was the symbol, and it's with that Stars logo I loved. And then the college look, the college writing on the front is why this jersey is 48th instead of higher up. I know what they were trying to do with this. They're in Texas. College university sports are huge in Texas. So they were trying to kind of make their jersey look college-ish. At least that's how I took it. Or maybe even make it look sort of like an NBA jersey rather than an NHL jersey. But I give them style points, and I like this jersey. It did make the top 50, but just barely. 47 is the Atlanta Thrashers alternate jersey. This is why I tell people the only teams I don't have are the Islanders, which I'll have soon, and the Minnesota Wild, because this is the Winnipeg Jets. In my eyes, this is a Winnipeg Jets jersey. I like this jersey a lot. I also have the Atlanta Thrashers white jersey, which didn't make the cut, but I like that jersey a lot, enough to rate it 47th on my jerseys. Number 46 is this St. Louis Blues number, and you can tell it's the mid-90s because that's St. Louis written in the middle of the blue note. They don't have that anymore. And weird red striping in there too. If this was a current St. Louis jersey, it'd be rated much higher, and I look at that jersey all the time, and their third jersey is beautiful. I just haven't bought it yet. So that is number 46. 45. We're going to Germany. Well, not really, but Calgary did for a while. This is the German flag jersey, as I've dubbed it over the years, because of the red, yellow, and black, and the black inside the yellow there for the C, as if it's not defined well enough as it is. Calgary's gone through a lot of looks changes, and the funny thing is, their best jerseys are the originals. It's like they have either severe ADD or just an inferiority complex when it comes to other teams in the league. I feel like I should look back. It just seems so low for that Calgary jersey. I remember when I bought it, I was very, very psyched about having it. Nobody else thought it was good. I got a lot of Calgary. You got another Calgary jersey. But yeah, so that's 45. 44. Minnesota North Stars, the same design, just black, no stripe down the sleeve. I thought so. Very sharp jersey. I feel like I should be displaying these as I put them out. 50, 49, 48, 47, 46. So with 44, that's 3 Dallas or Minnesota jerseys already. Wow. All right. 43rd is the Phoenix Coyote one that has come back into vogue. This is one of the ugliest jerseys in the world, but for whatever reason, the striping makes me like it. So it's 43rd. And I didn't mind the half moon on the sleeve either. It was different. That's technically a Winnipeg Jets jersey too, so there you go. Number 42 is this Toronto Maple Leafs jersey, which I've had for a long time. You'll see the string down at the bottom there. I've always thought, well, I could just cut that off, but then my thought is, what if that's holding other parts of it together? So I don't want to just cut it off and then have the logo come off. So it just kind of hangs there like that. Otherwise, it might be higher up. And then this was when jerseys had that weird venting under the armpits. So you just have this giant vent under the armpits. And they had TML, which to me seemed too close to FML. So, you know, I thought that and with the record they had during a lot of the years they wore this jersey, FML might have been more suitable. Number 41, heartbreaking to see 41 is this Boston jersey. And again, it's white, so it shares the stains on it because white jerseys attract stains and dirt. But that's Boston at 41, and again, it's got some of those strings dangling from it too, because as jerseys get older, it's the little bit of patchwork here and there that needs to be done with them. And I may look into doing that with some of them, but I'd almost rather replace a lot of these things. So that's the first 10. That's the first 10, and that's where I'll stop this video. So this is 41 through 50, and then we'll get into the top 40 in the next video.